Have you ever been using your garden hose outside and wish, man, I wish I had hot water right now to use, but you're not exactly sure how to get it done and you're worried that it's going to cost hundreds, potentially thousands of dollars to do? Well then, you're in luck, because on today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can install a hot and cold water hose bib through this brick and concrete block wall. So let's get started. Before we get outside and start actually installing this hose bib, I want to show you guys everything you're going to need to complete this project. First and foremost, to complete this project, you're going to need a hot and cold water hose bib. I bought this off of Amazon for roughly $60. Also, make sure to link all these products right here down in the description below. So make sure to check them out if you need help picking out stuff. When it comes to this hot and cold water hose bib, this is actually the cheapest one I could find. Normally they range from anywhere from 100 to 150 plus. We're gonna see how this one performs, see if it does what it's supposed to do. It does not have a vacuum breaker on top, which is a little concerning in case you have water in your hose. It could potentially siphon back in if you have your hose bib open. But I'm not too concerned about it because you can always add a vacuum breaker attachment on the end of this tip right here. Moving on, you're gonna need your basic plumbing fittings such as 90s or T's to hook in your current existing line. You're also gonna need your piping. I'm using PEX B pipe, but you can use whatever pipe you have. With installing PEX B pipe, we need to make sure that we have our crimp rings. And again, we also need to make sure we have appropriate fittings such as these PEX B poly tees. You also don't want to forget about any straps or hangers to mount the pipe. And one of the most important things you don't want to forget is to make sure you buy valves. Buying valves allows you to shut the water on and off at where you're working, so it prevents your water from your whole house being off for an extended period of time. Now, you may already have valves installed in certain locations, so if you do, don't worry about buying valves. When it comes to your tools, the most important tool you're gonna need is a hammer drill with a bit that's big enough and wide enough to allow this hose bib to pass through the wall. Again, I have a brick and concrete block wall, so I have an 1 1/8" bit that is 18 inches long, so I can go through both the brick and the block and make it all the way to the other side of the basement. That being said, going through brick in a block wall is generally the hardest types of walls to go through. A lot of people mostly have vinyl siding now, so if you have that, just use a standard wood drill bit. Moving on to the next tool, don't forget your crimp tool for your crimp rings. You're gonna need a drill, and you're gonna need a caulk gun. For the caulk, you're gonna need to seal around the hole you make. And lastly, some miscellaneous hand tools to help tighten things down. So now, let's start installing it. So now that I have my hose bib right here, I have 2 male ends that needs a fitting to screw on to adapt to that PEX B pipe. So I'm just gonna use a PEX B female adapter, which is just gonna screw right on both sides. In order to do that, you're gonna need some Teflon tape and some pipe dope. Wrap your tape around like so. Usually about 3 to 4 passes is plenty. Put your pipe dope on and hand start your fittings. Now take a pipe wrench and tighten them down. Now let's tighten down the other side. And lastly, as a preventative measure, let's just put some tape around these fittings so we don't get any dirt or debris in our hose bib. Now let's go outside and drill our holes. So we just did some measuring, kind of figured out where we need to be. I'm gonna put it on one singular brick, so I'm gonna go right here. Now I just need to mark out my width for the 2 pipes. I know where I need to drill, so let's drill our holes. All right, so to give you guys an update, I made it through the left one pretty good. The right one, I kind of got an angle going to the left. So I'm gonna need to chip out some of this brick right here so I can widen it on the outside of the brick so that I don't have any holes showing. So I'm gonna keep working on that and hopefully it'll be done in a sec. Let's see if it fits. That's perfect. Let's go check the other side. So as you see, there it is up there. It's slightly lower on my right side than the other side, but we can fix that. We'll just cut out a little bit more so it's nice and level. But now let's go mount it on the outside. So now the next step is actually mounting it to the wall. So we're gonna check our level here and then mark our holes on the outside and get our screws in. So now that our holes are drilled for our anchors, we're gonna use some Lexel to help secure the anchors in place, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys like my little hammer. All right, so real quick, again, we're gonna check, make sure these holes line up on the hose bib. All right, we're looking pretty good. Now we're gonna load this in here with our sealant and adhesive to just help seal it up so bugs can't get in and cold air can't get in, and hot air. All right, now let's push it in and screw it in. Of course. Real quick, I forgot to mention this, but make sure you take your handles off. It's just a Phillips head screw. They'll pop right off and it allows you to access these screws really easy. That's for any hose bib. Now that it's all sealed up and solid on the wall, we're gonna put the handles back on or go inside and hook it up. Also, make sure to take note, cold is always on the right, hot's always on the left. And remember that when you go inside to plumb everything in. So let's go inside. So we're back inside where we have our hose bib sticking out. We're gonna leave that how it is now, and we're gonna shut the water off to the whole house, drain it out so we can hook into the 2 lines that are above right here. I just shut my main water valve off, and don't forget to drain the water out of the system. I apologize, I totally just realized I didn't have my camera recording. However, we're hooking up the valves now. I got the first one installed. I just slid the second one on. Now I'm gonna compress the ring for it. Now, before you do anything, make sure both these valves are completely off, and let's charge your water system and make sure there's no leaks before these valves right here. Everything's looking pretty good now. No leaks, which we shouldn't, especially with using PEX. So now we need to start plumbing in our pipe going to our hose bib. And in order to do that, we're gonna use some T's. Always make sure you slide your compression rings on the pipe first. All right, so now that the T's are hooked in, I need to start running the pipe to the hose bib, which that's the easy part, hopefully. So we're just continuing to run our pipe. I'm gonna use a regular 90-degree fitting right here, again with the regular clamps. All right, so the hot's done. Now we need to plumb in the cold. Actually, if we want, real quick, I'm gonna turn the hot on and just make sure we don't have any leaks. So far looking good, let's do the cold. We're gonna put one strap right in the middle here. Almost there. All right, all the fittings are now crimped for the cold line. Now let's turn that one on and see if we got leaks. So far so good. Let's go outside and run water through it and make sure we got a good flow. All right, let's try cold first. All right, we got some good flow out of cold water. Shut that off. We got good drainage out of this anti-frost hose bib. See all the water's still draining out because the valve's shut. So there won't be any water left in there, which is awesome. Let's try the hot. All right, we got some nice hot water moving through this. So I think we're good.
3 hours later.
All right, so we're back in the workshop now because we had a problem. And that problem was the hose bib that I just installed was leaking. And whatever I did to try to fix it made it worse or didn't fix it at all. So I made the decision to take it out and return it since I bought that one off Amazon. And luckily, my local Lowe's had this in stock right here. Now, it's almost $100 more compared to the other one we bought on Amazon, but it definitely seems a little nicer and beefier. And the nice thing with this one is it does have a vacuum breaker on it, and this can actually rotate, which is pretty cool in my mind, because you can put it in this orientation or like this. And all these parts right here for this are easily accessible that you get at Lowe's if something were to ever happen to this later on. So now let me put the 2 female adapters on the ends of this and we'll slide it in the hole. And thankfully it is roughly the same width as the other one. And while I'm doing this, guys, real quick, I just want to say that I will link the one that I got on Amazon down below still. There were a couple reviews on there that said that theirs did leak and they had to send it back. However, for the most part, all the reviews were pretty good. So that's why I did go with that one compared to one that was $100 more expensive. But I paid the price for it. Again, it's your choice in the end what you want to do, if you want to get the cheaper one or this one. I will also link this one down in the description below. I will definitely say though that the build quality of this hose bib is way better than the other one. Feels way more sturdy, stout, and beefier in general. But as the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. Now that the adapters are on, let's go slide it back in the hole. Same thing here, let's put tape on the ends to protect them while sliding them through the hole. Now, let's see if it fits. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this to fit that easy. So the one side is actually lining up perfect where I can get the screw in, but I do need to drill a hole over here for this hole right here. Do that, take your 90 off. I'm sorry, take your 45 off. Try to level it the best you can. Let's drill the hole. Now I'm gonna take this sealant and put it on the back side of this hose bib because it's nice and flat. Now slide it back in. Make sure you put your sealant around the hose bib as well. Now we're gonna take this handle off real quick. The reason we're doing that, get this bag off. This one's kind of cool too. It comes with a key if you want to leave your handle off the hot so your kids can't accidentally turn it on and burn themselves. Now let's go inside and hook up the pipes to it. We're back inside. Now we just need to hook our pipes back up and hopefully we'll be done this time. Now let's turn on the water, check for leaks again. So I just went to the other side real quick and checked. Looking good. So while we're in here, we're gonna seal up around these pipes coming through the wall and then we're almost done. Now let's go outside for one more thing. I apologize for the noise as my AC unit's running right behind me, but we got to screw back on our 45 with our vacuum breaker. And lastly, to hang our hose up, we need to hang up this hose rack. And just like that, with a few hiccups along the way, you have a nice hot and cold hose bib. If you guys have any questions on this project, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So again, all the products will be linked down below, including this hose bib that I'm gonna stick with, and it appears to be a lot nicer than the other one I got. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you learned a lot as I did through this whole process, including my mess up, which was getting the cheaper hose bib. So learn from my mistake and probably buy the more expensive one because you'll spend less time installing it. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your nice warm water. Thanks for watching.